I was about to start the vlog to say we are going to a new car boot sale, but the car has just pulled up and I need to go. So I will stick in some voiceover. But brand new car boot sale on this lovely Saturday morning. But I gotta go. Our first location today is a car boot sale that was located in Sage and Stone in Duleek. And this place was kind of similar, if you remember the video where I visited Strandfield in Dundalk. However, this is not as far, so if you don't want to drive for too long, this place was adorable. There is a restaurant inside. My nephew got the pancakes. I went for porridge, but my brother got the sausages and they look delicious. I was just feeling healthy today. There's also a small garden centre here. And there's a little gift shop as well with some really cute stuff. And I actually got an ad, I think it might have been on Facebook. It just popped up. We love an old targeted ad. And it was for a car boot sale. So during the summer months, there is a car boot sale on the last Saturday of each month held here. I also saw a sign for garden workshop, so there was like you could come and do a gardening course. I'm sure they'll have more information on their Facebook page. The car boot sale was nice and calm, so it was about 9:30, 10 o'clock by the time we got up here, and about 10 when we were walking around at the car boot sale. There was a good amount of stalls as well, and it seemed to be local people having some clear outs. My niece did actually really well here. She got some bracelets, she got some soap. She, I think, did the best out of all of us today. There's always, whenever the family go out to the car boot sales, there's always a weekend where one person just it does well and no one else does. Today was her turn. She did really well today. There's also a petting farm here. So there is some goats. I think their nickname or their name is the Kardashians, which I think that's a genius name. There's some rabbits, there's donkeys here as well. So if you actually have little ones with you, my niece and nephew absolutely loved it. And they loved just going out somewhere nice for their breakfast, mooching the car boot sale and having a look at the pets. So yeah, really nice, family friendly. And the car boot sale was really good as well. Now, the next place that we went to, thankfully, my family entertained me today. So this next place that we went to was not planned. We did a bit of it was on the way. We were going to go to the beach at Laytown. While it was really windy today, we were like, oh, we'll go to the beach while we're out here, get an ice cream, and then we can head back home. But on the way, I saw a sign. Okay, story time. I don't know how old I was. I could have been maybe my nephew's age, so like 9 or 10. And I went on a school tour to this place called Sonairte, Sonaiorte. And I saw a sign for it and I did pass it last year and I was like, oh my God, this place still exists. Hands down, this was the best school tour I was on ever. And I think it was my my entryway drug into nature. So inside here, there's actually a mini bee museum, which is amazing. There is a secondhand shop. There's a cafe. There's a little playground area for kids. And then you can pay to go inside and you can do a nature trail. And there's also a big area where there is like food production. And it was so interesting to see it as an adult because I was like, oh my God, this was the place where it all began for me. And I just remember I had the best day ever on my school tour when I visited here. And it didn't disappoint as an adult. So if you need a nature fix, and it was so nice to go back there with my niece and nephew as well and to see it through their eyes. My niece is not so much a nature lover, but my nephew was having the time of his life. So this is another place that you could visit, or if you want to check out the other thrifting videos, I have a playlist of them. You could head up to Stranfield, which is similar to Sage and Stone, as in it has a lovely cafe and restaurant. Now, the day we went, it was really busier. I did prefer Sage and Stone because it wasn't as busy. And on the day we visited Stranfield, we also went to Carlingford, and there was 2 antique shops there as well. So you can check out that video if you're looking for like ideas for little day trips, because I know coming into summertime, especially when kids are off on school holidays, you might be looking for things to do on days off. And whenever I have my niece and nephew, it's nice to try and visit like 2 or 3 places if we can. Now, you won't believe the painting I got at the car boot sale today. And again, I wasn't going out with the intention to buy anything. My niece did very well at the car boot sale today. She had her coins, she had her pocket money, and she ended up getting, there was someone selling like handmade bracelets. She got a plushie. Yeah, she did well. I think she spent like €10. She spent all the pocket money. I was walking out, I saw this painting and it's absolutely stunning. And the lady, so this was a lady who like was doing like a house, like just clearing out her own house basically. And she was like, I paid a lot of money for it. And I was like, I can tell because it looks absolutely stunning. And the frame alone. So I said to her, she's like, how much? And I said, I'm so bad at haggling. I said, no, you tell me how much you would happily take for this. And she said, €50. And I said, sold. I will, because I was willing to pay that. So we were both on the same page. But it's an actual proper painting, because to get this framed, it's like proper framed, would probably be, like it would be more than €50. So I'm going to show you. So I'm going to spin around. So this is the painting that I got, and I'm going to get nice and close. So I should have asked her where she originally got it, but you can see it just has artist name, it says Stella. And what I'll do is, it's in really good, like there's just a little bit of dust there on it. So I'll clean the frame, but otherwise, it looks like it's in really, really good nick. Like it's an actual oil painting. And yeah, oil on canvas. Got a bit of I watch Baumgartner Fine Art Restoration, I think. Baumgartner, if you search that on YouTube, he fixes and restores paintings. He cleans them and restores old paintings. Really relaxing to watch if you're looking for something to watch. But some of the paintings do have like really yellow varnish. But there's something he calls it. What is it when you have texture? Does he call it... No, not patina. There's a word for when it has texture. But look at the frame. The frame's absolutely beautiful and immaculate on this. And I just know from when I was doing my art class how expensive it is to get something framed. So when I stand back, it's a really good size as well. And one of the reasons why I got it is because the colours, I think I will put it in the living room. Like I might put it, up here. There's nothing on the panels here. But I just think it's absolutely stunning. As soon as I seen it, I was like, I want that. That is absolutely beautiful. That's something I would love to be able to paint myself. So I love all the green tones of it as well. Yeah, this was an instant yes from me. I'll turn it around and see. There might be something on the back. There is a sticker. Okay, I don't know. I can't make out. So Mrs. Oh, there's a date. I don't know. Can you make out what that is? So that definitely looks like Mrs. or Miss. M-I-S. Leggitt. Can't really make out what that is. PF27. And then that looks like a date. It looks like 3, 4... No, I can't make it out. No. So that's all the detail. There's no other, just that artist name in the corner. I should do a little Google image. But I just thought, this is absolutely stunning to stick up on the wall. And yeah, I still have my flowers going strong from the last video. But I think that painting... maybe up here somewhere will be quite nice. Yeah, because I have the mirror on the other side of the wall. But I just loved it. Maybe I could put it up there. Anyway, absolutely loved it. That was my find today. When I was at the car boot sale, I bumped into a beekeeper that I met last year. I did a video, I was a beginner, and I visited the apiary as a beginner, and then afterwards, I think it was around about May time, and then we went to an apple orchard up in Drogheda, and I met a beekeeper, and I ended up buying honey. I got heather honey, and I think I got spring honey. It was Drogheda honey, and he was at the car boot sale today because my nephew spotted the observation hive full of bees, and he's like, oh my god, there's bees here. So I got some cut comb honey, because I don't know if I'll get cut comb honey, but cut comb honey is, I'll open this up. It's literally no processing, just straight out of the hive. If you could smell this. So it's a lovely big chunk of honey, and you can just cut it and eat it, but it's literally straight from the bee's belly. So no spinning. This is what it would be on the frame. So, and you can see how thick it is as well. So I got myself a little treat of some cut comb honey, and that's Drogheda honey. So if you're out that direction, I did buy 2 pots of honey from them last year. Gone. I inhaled them. I had them for like a month. Delicious. And I got the heather honey, bell heather honey. Absolutely stunning if you can get a jar of it. It's just, although my brother tasted it and he was like, it tastes like I've licked a candlestick. And I was like, yeah, spring honey for you. But it was so nice to bump into like a familiar face because I was like, oh my god, how's it going? I'm year 2 beekeeper now, but I still don't have the goods to show for it. Actually, my nephew is a bee suit, and tomorrow we're going to do some beekeeping together because he is really into bugs and nature and all of that, and he's been watching loads of videos, and he was really excited to see the observation hive today. And he's like, oh, I think I'll put my bee suit on, because he was a bit scared last year, which is natural because I think anybody would be scared getting into a hive. So I think he's going to come beekeeping with me tomorrow because I have to do a split. So yeah, I think he's going to put his bee suit on tomorrow, which will be the first time this year. Because he's 8, he's going to be 9 soon. I feel like it's a good age for the beekeeping. Obviously he can just stand and watch. He's not going to be doing all of this stuff. But I would love if he got into it too, because I'm forward thinking to when he's like in a couple of years when he's a teenager, and if the boxes of honey that I have hopefully are heavy, it means he could help me lift them off. So I'm hoping he does keep the interest in the nature and stuff, because it would be great to have a little bee helper. So I'm actually going to make myself a little cup of tea now. My garden is an absolute riot. My house is an absolute riot. It's madness. It's upside down, and my garden is so bad. The month of May, swanning around going to flower shows, it is in bits. No more May happened unintentionally. But anyway, I'm going to make myself a cup of tea and I'm going to have a few bites of this. Because I was feeling a bit under the weather. I think it was just, there's like heavy pressure today. I was feeling a bit migraine-y. But I think it's just a change in weather. It's been like raining, and then there must be pressure. There must be atmospheric pressure. One of the things that I love about summer and these lovely long days is I can garden in the evening. So I just wanted to potter and catch up on some jobs in the garden. I had those cosmos that I bought at that plant fair sitting in a bucket, as well as those tomatoes that I actually got for 50 cents at a garden sale. And these are the kind of gardening jobs I'll just do when I'm not filming one of the Sunday garden videos. So when I'm just pottering, so if I have to cut the grass, don't worry, them daisies come back just as quick as they disappear. And actually, I find by mowing those daisies often, they grow more and come back than if I just leave them. It's almost like I'm deadheading them. So I spent about 2 hours in the garden this evening, and it was so nice just to have muck in my nails when your nails are grass stained. I just caught up on cutting the grass, tidying the edges. I have a raised bed that I need to clear out and pop some seedlings in it for like late summer, early autumn colours, but I'll do that in one of the Sunday garden videos. But for now, I just had a relaxing potter in the evening, and hands up who loves coming home from work or when it's your day off and you just go out in the evening and you just do a bit, and it's like a different silence or something. It's just relaxing.
Are those the ones that get the honey?
Yeah, these are all the honeybees. So I'm just gonna get a box and we'll set it up beside them. And
This is the closest I've been to a honeybee.
yeah, well, you can get closer in a minute if you like.
I've been close to a wasp before. Hadn't I? When I got stung.
Yeah. Well, if you want, you can get a tiny bit closer if you want, because you've your full suit on. Just stay to the side, yeah.
Why?
So we never block their flight path. So this is their flight path. So if you stand to the side, we always stand at the side and behind when checking. Because you've your suit on, if you want, you can stand like right here and get as close as you want.
But as long as you're not in front.
Yeah, as long as you don't block, but
What happens if you do block?
they'll go around you, but they might get a bit angry. Well, not angry. These are very calm today.
Yeah, they look calm.
Yeah, they are quite calm. If you get scared, you just step away really calmly, okay?
I'll keep blowing it.
It's okay. I can never get it to stay open. Okay. So if we see the queen today, these girls need more space. So I'm going to take this lid off.
Okay.
You can rest that on the side there.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
That is a lot.
So do you want to have a little look before I take the lid off?
Yeah.
Now look how calm they are. Do you want to put your hand in? You have gloves on. Yeah. So you can have a little look.
Let them just
Yeah.
give me a little check. See if they like me or not.
Don't take offense if they don't like you, because sometimes they will and sometimes they won't.
They look calm.
They are very calm. But we're going to be as quick as we can. So do you want to just stand next to the smoker?
Yeah, well, I keep blowing it.
If you want. Is it going out on us?
Yeah, it is.
I don't want to use much smoke today. Oh.
Oh.
So it's going to get a bit more buzzy, okay? If you get bees around your face, don't panic. They're just investigating. So this is, I'm making sure that the queen is not on the excluder before I lift it off. For some reason my microphone is, there's a bee after. She does not like this microphone, so we've just saved her. I think they think the microphone is a predator.
No, they think it's smoke.
Okay, I'm gonna put our microphone.
Hey, buzzy bee.
We're looking. So this is all. So this is.
Oh, the bees don't like the microphone.
Oh, they're back on the microphone.
No, but there's a lot.
That's okay. I think they think the microphone might be a little predator. Right, I'm gonna lift
Does
this
it
frame
outburn
up.
them? Oh, that's all the larva place.
Yeah. So we lift the frame over. So this is all eggs.
Let me see.
This is all larvae. Can you see the larvae?
Yeah.
Bottom right hand side, you see it?
Yeah.
Right, can we see?
Those white stuff.
Yeah, that's all calf brood. This is a good little. Okay, so this is. Oh no. Okay, so we have a queen to sell over here. Yeah, I need to. So the reason why these ones want to swarm is because they didn't have enough space, but they do have space either side. But the problem is, they need it. We're gonna give them a super box. I'm just looking at the back of these, and I think someone may have collected these because the stamps on the back are slightly different. So this is September. Lovely. Is it a chrysanthemum? Or is it a dahlia? Anyway, so if you look at the stamp on the back of this one, so it's the Colport, established 1750. And then this is October. It kind of looks like a blue hydrangea, doesn't it? There's a little closer look. But anyway, if you look at the stamp on the back of this one, the stamp is smaller. So I wonder, I got this at the car boot sale. It was, the guy said it was from like a house clearance, like job lot. So either, I wonder, did the original owner, did they collect these pieces? Because you can buy them like individually. Because I've noticed, let me see another one. This is December. And December has a small stamp like this one, but you'll notice the bird stamp is like in a different colour. See it? I have one more here actually. This is November. Oh, there's also an initial on this. It looks like a JH. So I wonder, was this a collection? Someone just picked them up as they were going? Or were they just in a big job lot? And yeah, because that one definitely has a different stamp. Anyway, I just noticed that as I was going about. Someone did say that they saw these on, I think, eBay. And they were like £35 each, which is insane. So I paid, when I was at the Kilkenny market, I got them for I think 50 or 45, but the guy wanted 60 and I had a €50 note and I said, well, I have a €50 note, but I ended up, he threw something else in. So I got these and something else from that stand for a 50 note. So it was good haggling done that day. So someone did say in that vlog that in the comment section, they did an image search and they were on eBay for 35 each, and I think that was £1. So I think I did good. I just got them because I just thought they're real unusual. You know me, I love a ceramic and I want to stick them on the wall. And whoever had these before me definitely had them hanging on the wall because each of them has a lovely strong piece of twine and you can see like there's a bit of dust on them. So yeah, it's mad to know when you get secondhand things like where they come from. But I have done 6 months here and 6 months there, hopefully perfectly symmetrical. I have the measuring ruler out, but I don't think my wall is perfectly symmetrical, so we'll allow for a bit of eyeballing. So I'm just having a look around the living room and I'm actually really happy with how it is looking at the minute. I feel like I'm in my just layering on season. So I got this for €10 at a car boot sale. You would have saw me just clean it up in, I think it was 1 or 2 videos ago. And then on the mantelpiece, I am getting ages out of them flowers that I got at the flower market. But over here, these are all secondhand. So all of those brass candlesticks, they're just from, previous videos where I went out to the markets, to the car boots. And then the flowers, they're looking lovely. I don't mind, do you know what? I took lovely photos of these when I first put them up. So I don't mind spending on the cut flowers because I'll take pictures of them and they look lovely. And this wall, I'm liking how this is looking. I absolutely adore that painting that I picked up at the car boot sale. And then I have the 6 little ceramic, I don't even know what to call them, but the months of the year, that's them there. And I tried to keep them the same height, eye level as the painting. So there's a little closer look and they have, so that one there actually has a crack. There's another one on the other side that also has a little crack. So I love how they look up there. Also have to keep it real. We've got my slippers, my runners, my laptop, sellotape to stop Bon picking, and yeah, have to just show the reality of the random things. There's a random fire log underneath that chair over there. But yeah, loving how this is looking. This side, I have nothing, but I have to be careful or I'll end up looking like a museum in here because we obviously have a lot going on with the green. I'm liking how this wall is looking now because the mirror that was there wasn't really reflecting. I mean, it was reflecting the wallpaper, but it was kind of just reflecting these cabinets. So yeah, I prefer to have that painting there now. So when I come in with my cup of tea to sit on the couch, I can admire the painting. And then I've nothing on the walls over here. They're kind of screaming out for something, but I'm not in a hurry to fill them because you never know. You never know what I'll find at the car booty. Yeah, I'm loving how this is looking. Just feels a bit, I don't know, more grown up, more warmer than what it was like a couple of years ago. I don't know if you can hear the wind in the background because I have the back door open, but I've just put on this little fleecy and I've made myself a cup of tea. It's really windy today, but for June, see, this is Ireland. You can have, one minute you can have sunburn, the next minute you have your raincoat on, and then the next minute you have your fleece on, even in summer. So I'm going to leave it there. I've been very restrained at the car boot sales because I don't want to be buying for the sake of buying. So I've just been any little things that have caught my eye. I also saw more Royal Albert. There was a guy there and he had a tea set, 6 cups, saucers, side plates, jug and large bowl, €85. And when I was at the Kilkenny market, I was saying, if you go back to that video, there was a load of Old Country Rose and the cheapest I saw was a woman selling a tea set like that for 65, and I was like, no, that is good going. Also auctions, because you know how phones be listening to us nowadays. I was scrolling on my phone and I got an ad. Those targeted ads get me. I don't mind when they're relevant. Like when it was for the car boot sale, I was like, oh, well, that's a good ad. I got one for an auction website, but I'm always afraid in case it's like a scam. But I was just having a look because I was saying in that video about when I was chatting to some sellers who they do it kind of professionally. They were saying how they get things at auction, and auctions is something I've never done. Well, barring eBay auction or like, yeah, buying something off like adverts where you're haggling, but like an actual auction. So a couple of things popped up on my like targeted ad page because I was saying how I love there's Royal Dalton, and also Royal Albert did a collection as well of the Beatrix Potter figurines, like the Peter Rabbit ones and stuff. And like, I'm being good. I'm just looking at them, haven't started a collection. Same with the Old Country Rose. I'm just picking up little knickknacks, and that was a pure impulse buy, but I absolutely adore it. I knew it when I saw it. I was like, I have to have it. What's that song? I see it, I like it, I want it, I got it. I don't know. Ariana Grande. I don't think I'll be having a rapping career anytime soon. So that is me. I was also so proud of my nephew for getting like in the hive. So my next step for my nephew is I'd love for him to be able to lift a frame by him, well, not by himself, obviously he will be supervised by me, but yeah, if he could see the queen and be my little assistant, because sometimes even with the bees it's hard filming because when I'm there I have a job to do. I'm probably looking for queens, checking for swarming, all that kind of stuff. So it's nice to have a little assistant who can hand me things like a queen cage or, you know, a marker, all those little things. So I'm hoping it's not just a phase with him and he will help me, because it would be great having a second pair of hands doing the beekeeping. Yeah, it would be great. So that's me for this random vlog for this week. Bit of car booting, bit of gardening, bit of beekeeping, bit of styling. So yeah, everything. That's all like the secondhand bits that's in the living room and how I've kind of styled it, and I think it's kind of coming together. There's also older videos from 2 years ago where I was doing the paneling in this room. So this living room is like your plain new build house. My house isn't a new build, but it was built in 99, and it's your usual like no character house. Just had, yeah, just the plain pine skirting board and plain plastered wall. So in the last 2 year, I did all of the paneling for anybody who's new, added the coving, changed the wallpaper. So I can put in some links to those older videos. It feels like I only done it a couple of months ago, but the paneling was 2 years ago. And then I did the coving last summer, I think. Yeah. So yeah, I'll link to those videos if you're looking for a bit of living room inspiration. And I'll leave that video here, and I'll see you in the next one. And if you're new and you like what you see, hit the subscribe button, watch a few other videos, stick around, say hello in the comment section, and cheeky thumbs up for my regular viewers. I'll see you in the next one.